It's been more than 2 years since Sony introduced the fourth version of its venerable A7 camera series, the A7 Mark IV. Yes, the camera you see on the screen right now, the A7 IV, was released on December 23, 2021. Positioned as Sony's mid-range full-frame camera, the A7 IV's compact design and features have been highly praised by Sony users. In this video, we will talk in detail about what exactly awaits us in the fifth version of the A7 series, from features to release date, from rumors to design. So I recommend you watch the video to the end. Before moving on to the video, I should say that the information in this video is based entirely on data and rumors from Sony's past steps. But I should also say that we've covered a lot of cameras in 2023, including Sony's A9 III, and our regular followers have always been one step ahead of the market. If you are going to buy a camera in 2024, we strongly recommend you subscribe to Photomica. First, let's talk about the release date. Honestly, when we look at the release dates of the classic A7 series, we don't see much order. The first A7 was released in 2013, and the second version came exactly 1 year later. However, we saw the A7 Mark III 4 years later, and the A7 IV 3 years later, so we cannot give an exact date for the A7 Mark V. So we will try to give you a possible date from a different perspective. Sony releases new versions of 4-5 different cameras every year on average. We can say that Sony, which developed cameras for vlogging and long shots last year, will move intensively in the middle segment and upper segment in the current year. This means we can expect to see the A7 V in 2024. At worst, we can expect it in early 2025. There's still nothing definite, of course, but that's what the numbers in the data tell us. Now we look at the most important part of a camera, the sensor. The current A7 IV has a 33 megapixel sensor paired with Sony's latest Bionz XR processor. Following Sony's trend of improving these components with each iteration, we expect an increase in megapixels, possibly up to 40 with a back-illuminated sensor. We also expect significant improvements in dynamic range, low light performance and processing speed thanks to the next-generation Bionz processor. On the other hand, we also see that there is a segment that says, "Can we see a global shutter?" Considering that the A7 V will be a mid-segment camera and its price, the global shutter doesn't seem too close, because Sony has already brought this innovation with a monster like A9 III. By the way, we will talk about the price in the next minutes of the video. Sony has always prioritized video quality, and the A7 IV was no exception. The A7 V is expected to take this a step further. Expect sharp 4K videos using 6K resolution for superior clarity. Plus, features like All Eye will streamline the editing process, making it practical for video enthusiasts. Let's not forget the ability to record at 240 FPS at 1080p, which is good enough for creative productions. Autofocus speed and accuracy have been significantly improved in the A7 III and A7 IV. With the A7 Mark V, there can be even further improvements in real-time tracking autofocus and overall focus calculation power. Whether you're shooting stills or video, you can be sure that the A7 V will excel at capturing sharp, focused images. The A7 V will offer an enhanced viewing experience with a potentially larger, higher resolution panel. A faster refresh rate will make it easier to capture and review images. In addition, ergonomic improvements such as a larger grip and improved dust protection will provide a more comfortable shooting experience. While minor ergonomic changes have been made to the A7 IV, the A7 V is expected to bring more significant changes. As we mentioned earlier, a larger grip and improved airtightness will meet the needs of both photographers and videographers. Plus, with 2 memory card slots and potential compatibility with CF Express Type A cards, you won't have to worry about running out of storage space. Of course, storage is a bigger issue for long-term shooters. Now we come to one of the most anticipated moments, the price of the Alpha 7 Mark V. Sony's tiered pricing strategy suggests that the A7 V will sit between the A7 IV and A7R4, and will likely have a starting price between $2,500 and $3,000. This pricing fits perfectly with the expected improvements while leaving room for future innovations. In the meantime, the price may not be affordable for everyone, but if the A7 IV comes with the innovations mentioned in the video, we have to say that it will be a camera worth its price. As for the design, I said at the beginning of the video that many people liked the previous model, but we know Sony likes to innovate. So what design improvements can we expect to see in the A7 IV? For example, expect a more comfortable grip for long shooting sessions and a new button layout that appeals to both photographers and videographers. We can expect improvements in button layout and customization options for faster access to key functions while shooting. Sony could improve the camera's weather sealing to ensure durability in various environmental conditions, making it more suitable for outdoor shooting. On the technical side, we can expect a larger electronic viewfinder for a more immersive shooting experience and an improved rear LCD screen for easier navigation and image review. Overall, it's debatable whether these improvements were necessary, but we can see that many Sony users are looking to upgrade to a new device. At the end of the day, everyone wants to have a device they can use for years to come that is powerful, efficient, and, most importantly, works well even after prolonged use, not to mention the new device add-ons that are coming in the future. So, I understand those who want to see more innovation. From a visual point of view, it wouldn't be right to comment too much here, because everyone has different tastes. But for my own opinion, I think all the cameras in Sony's A7 series look very modern and elegant in design. I'd be curious to know what you think about this, and it would be great if you could write about it in the comments. Now, we've already done 2 videos on the Sony A7 IV, and let's take a look at some of the comments and general expectations surrounding this camera. One of the recurring speculations revolves around sensor technology. There's debate about whether the A7 IV will have a global shutter. Many people have different opinions on the necessity of a global shutter. Some argue that without it, the camera would lack a crucial feature for certain shooting scenarios. But even without the global shutter, many others argue that the rumored features make it an attractive upgrade option. In the middle of the video on this topic, we said that if the A7 IV is launched as a mid-range camera, we will most likely see an improved sensor instead of a global shutter. Many users expect the A7 IV to continue Sony's tradition of offering a versatile tool for both photography and videography. With its full-frame sensor and advanced video capabilities, it is positioned to meet a wide range of creative needs. But the final verdict will depend on how Sony handles key features and implements user feedback. Another review compares the A7 IV to the A7R series, raising the question of whether the former can beat the latter in terms of performance. This is a valid assessment given the different focal points of each series. The A7R series emphasizes high-resolution photography, while the A7 series aims to strike a balance between photography and videography. This is also what we are likely to see in the new A7. Finally, there is the issue of pricing. While some may be appalled by rumors of a $2,500 price tag, it's important to consider the value proposition. If the A7 IV delivers the features and performance improvements it promises, it could justify its price for many users. After all, Sony has plenty of cameras that it defines as entry-level. In the meantime, you can take a look at Sony's current camera prices from the link in the description. The Sony A7 IV holds great promise, fueled by speculation and anticipation from enthusiasts around the world. Time will tell if it will live up to expectations. But one thing is certain, it's sure to heat up the competition in the photography and videography community, because we know that Sony has always had a big piece of the market pie. Finally, before I end the video, I would like to say that if you're looking for a camera in 2024, whether it's a Sony camera or a different camera, we always strongly recommend that you subscribe to Photomica. And if you have watched the video so far, you can support us by pressing the like button below. What are your thoughts on the Sony A7 IV? Share your expectations and predictions in the comments below. We will be back here with you if there are any developments. Until then, take care and happy shooting as always.